Jyotis. We are all fascinated by the stories of spiritual journey. From time immemorial, there's always story of somebody leaving the house and going in search of the truth. Somebody goes in search of the truth to mountains. Somebody goes in search of the truth to caves. Somebody goes in search of the truth to monasteries, forest. And we are all fascinated by the story. Drop your family, go on a journey of searching for truth. Many times we don't understand. Most of the stories are metaphorical in nature. And the metaphorical nature of the story appeals to us because it resonates with the deeper consciousness. Do you understand what is a metaphor? Metaphor is explaining a way in a graphical way. So this is how many of our Puranas, many of our mythologies are built. There is one person called Joseph Campbell who has written a book on power of myth, power of mythology. Our minds are enamored or captured by the mythology. All of us are what we are today is because of deep mythological upbringing we have. The stories of divine beings, the stories of somebody leaving the house and going in search of truth, many of them are mythological, metaphorical in nature. And they appeal to us because deep inside somewhere we resonate with them. I have heard one psychological study which was done. They studied many people who have become very successful in life. They have become very successful in life. They studied their life. Each person has different ingredients for success. That's called something called IQ, intelligence quotient, EQ, emotion quotient, SQ or spiritual quotient. IQ makes you very sharp, very calculative, very analytical, and of course probably sometimes ruthless to be successful in life. EQ makes you emotionally stable. Given any difficulties in life, you become stable. And SQ makes you more than a human being. You grow out or grow beyond a human body mind complex and you become a part of the larger universe. It's a universal being. You become a universal being. While IQ and EQ are related to individual being, SQ is related to more of a universal being part. What they found in this study is those who had very good EQ and SQ, emotional quotient and spiritual quotient, they had a common pattern in their life. During childhood, they heard many stories which are inspiring, which are actually giving them direction in life, which gives them strength in any difficult situation and builds the emotional and spiritual quotient. Because in your childhood, your critical faculty of the mind is not there. Whatever you teach the child straight away goes to its subconscious, straight away goes to inner consciousness. When it goes to inner consciousness, it remains deep Last class we saw 90 to 95% of our life is driven by the subconscious. When inspiring stories, when motivating stories are given to you when you're in childhood, it builds a strong EQ and SQ. We are very, very careful nowadays. The moment child is born, the hospital gives you a card. 2 weeks, inoculation. 1 month, this injection. 5 months, this injection. 3 years, this injection. So why do you give that injection? Why do you do the inoculation? It prevents the diseases for the child in the future. You give in the early childhood, it protects the child for the future scenario. The stories of mythological stories, the inspiring stories which you have given to the children at the young age, you don't realize they build certain values. They build certain spiritual strengths within the child. EQ and SQ is what you build. IQ is what you give, because your biological nature, your pass on your intelligence quotient to the child. But EQ and SQ is imbibed in the child when the child is young. Our rishis of the ancient time, they saw all these things and they created stories which imbibed in your spiritual values and systems in our life, and these stories are called Puranic stories. And most of us, unlike other education system where a study of religion or spirituality is a compulsory mandate in the childhood, in India, the child grows up in an environment where it imbibes and absorbs these truths in the form of stories, in the form of mythology. You have to see the foresight of our wisdom of the rishis, who were able to create a scenario where we are fortunate enough to imbibe many of these stories and many of the spiritual values which have gone deep into our subconscious. The stories many times are allegorical in nature, many times they are metaphorical in nature. Your spiritual journey begins when you understand the metaphorical nature of the story. Your conscious mind becomes aware of the deeply embedded truth in the story. Your subconscious mind and conscious mind align with themselves. When the subconscious mind and conscious mind align, that's a union of Shiva and Shakti, the yin and yang, the masculine and the feminine. Otherwise, what happens? There is a split. Deeply inside, we are looking for fulfilling those stories. Consciously, we are living in a world where we cannot fulfill. To go in search of truth to the Himalayas is practically impossible for most of us. To go in search of truth and meditate in the forest is almost impossible. Either you will die of mosquito bite or you won't find a forest at all. If you go to Himalayas, on the other hand, make sure that you pack in enough of woolen and sweater and food for a couple of days or a couple of months. Otherwise you will die of cold, pneumonia. Instead of finding truth, you may end up in some other situation. The truth cannot be found anywhere else in the world. It has to be found deep within. It has to be found within this body-mind complex. Outside of this body-mind complex, if you start searching for the truth, it is not truth, but it's untruth. So, practically what happens is we are built up in a civilization which has deeper spiritual values, but without understanding the deeper meaning of the stories, we start craving for something which is not deeply spiritual in nature. Definitely, it's wonderful to have a journey to Himalayas. It's very rejuvenating. Go there. It's wonderful to have a vacation forest once in a while, go there. But for searching the truth, you go inside. So just to give an allegorical nature of the allegorical, metaphorical nature of the journey of consciousness, or many of the Puranas, I am giving you an example. Every Puranic story you can find real metaphorical nature and find out deeper inner meaning. Shiva is found on the top of Kailasa Parvata, the mount of Kailasa. So deep inside you have imbibed value that Shiva you would find in the Kailasa, and we undertake a journey of Kailasa Manasarovar. I have also gone there. It's a very beautiful place, very serene, very calm. If you go there, your mind becomes deeply silent, and possibly in the deep silence of the mind you can find Shiva inside. If you go to Kailasa Manasarovar, you will find Shiva inside, not in the mountain. Now, Shiva is residing on top of Himalaya Parvata. So you have to understand this word called Kailasa. In Sanskrit, they play with the words. Sanskrit is a language which is beautiful in nature. The play of the word makes it so beautiful. The same word can be used for inner subjective experience, also for an outer object. Kailasa means Kaivalya Lasa. Kaivalya means aloneness. Lasa means a dance. Shiva resides in a place where there is a dance of aloneness. So you start looking for a mountain called Kailasa to find Shiva. You have to find a place where aloneness dances. And where does that aloneness dance? Where is that aloneness? It is deep within your consciousness. The witness, the Atma, the self is alone. There is no one second to that. So you have to undertake a journey of aloneness. Shiva is definitely on top of the mountain. Himalaya. Hima represents the snow. The whiteness represents the mind. The allegory of whiteness is to the purified mind, Sattva Guna. When that mind freezes, when the mind becomes deeply silent, on top of the mountain you will find Kailasa, Shiva dancing, the pure consciousness. Make your mind silent. Let that silent mind stop, get frozen. Then you will experience your inner self, Shiva. So there are many allegories, many metaphors like this. So we will not go into metaphors each of them. Once in a while we will take one which is relevant. Just to point out to you that the moment you understand the deeper significance of the metaphors in the spiritual values, spiritual stories which are built within us, we start looking for truth within and not outside. The moment I say truth, look for truth within, so our mind starts looking for truth within. Close your eyes. I can't find truth because there's darkness. What is there inside? Blankness, darkness. So the pointing out factor is, don't look at the truth. Look at who is seeing the truth. Who is seeking the truth? Go from the seeking to the seeker. The moment you experience, understand, stay as a seeker, you will experience the freedom. And that freedom is called Kaivalya. And the dance of that freedom is called Kailasa. So there are two types of journey in life. journey into consciousness and journey of consciousness. There are two types of journey. Journey into consciousness and journey of consciousness. The journey of consciousness is called outer life. Journey into consciousness is called inner life. Journey of consciousness is called material life. Journey into consciousness is called spiritual life. Now then mind starts playing games and there are two types of lives. One is inner life, one is outer life. One is outer journey and other is inner journey. The mind starts creating a boundary between the outer and inner. In reality, there is no such thing exists. It's all in the mind that boundaries of inner life and outer life are created. Between the material life and spiritual life, the boundaries are created by the mind. You have to see through these boundaries to experience one life, one consciousness, one universal reality. That is spiritual journey. To make things a little bit clear, I have made a small PowerPoint presentation just to bring you clarity to you in what I am speaking. So this journey is, I call it as metamorphosis, because to shed the baggage, to drop the baggage and to experience a newer you, which is eternal you. What you can see here is the outer ring. Actually, the outer ring extends to inner side also. This outer, what I call pure awareness or Shuddha Chaitanya, pure awareness. In that pure awareness, there is a mind which develops. That mind is called superconscious mind. In our common language, it is called God. The pure awareness is the supreme reality. It is the substratum of the existence. And in that superconscious mind, the mind and matter, which consists of individual consciousness and matter, appear. So what you see here is a pure awareness. In that pure awareness, there is consciousness, and in that consciousness, individual mind and the matter appear. Matter consists of 5 elements: the space, the water, air, the wind, and the fire. So now, the substratum of this is pure awareness, and from that, in that pure awareness, the mind and matter have appeared. Essentially, none of these are very different from the nature of pure awareness. We divide the world into a physical world consisting of 5 elements: space, wind, fire, water, and earth. That we call as physical world. And we have a world of psychological world which we call as mind, which has memories, feelings, thoughts, Both are actually appearance in the universal consciousness. So, where is your boundary between the physical, psychological and spiritual? The boundary is only where we draw the line. Please tell me, where is the boundary between the India and Pakistan? Geographically, one place is no different from the other place. The boundaries are there only in the human mind and probably in the map. And with these boundaries we keep on fighting this way or the other way. So the boundaries which are created by the mind we have to overcome. The physical, the psychological, spiritual is nothing but part of one whole reality called pure awareness. The journey from outer to the inner, to the higher, to the transcendental is called the spiritual journey. It is not a physical journey. The physical journey to a mountain, physical journey to a forest, physical journey to a cave or a holy place is journey of consciousness. Spirituality is a journey into consciousness. When you go into journey of consciousness, you will come across different landscapes, different boundaries, different limitations. And these are the boundaries and limitations created by the individual mind. They are not really existent. To overcome these limitations and boundaries and then go into inner journey, this is called spiritual journey. It is well within the reach of everybody. To go to Himalayas, definitely it's not possible for most of the people. It's not easy. To go to the forest is not easy. To go into inner journey is the birthright of every human being. It is available to you, everybody, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, masculine or feminine. The spiritual journey can be undertaken, and that is the journey into consciousness, and that is the journey into the sacred space. So when you hit the superconscious mind or pure awareness, you have reached this most holiest sacred place in the universe. That is the journey of spirituality. There is one saying in Sanskrit, Upanishads, Sarvam Khaluidam Brahma. All this is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. Brahma means reality, supreme reality. All this is supreme reality. There is nothing other than the supreme reality. What you experience, what you see, what you touch and what you feel is nothing but that supreme reality. But our mind interprets this in various different ways. So to go beyond the interpretations of the mind to experience the supreme reality is the spiritual journey. Sarvam Khaluidam Brahma. All this is supreme reality. When you say reality, the reality means one that doesn't change with the past, present and future, which is not dependent on the time, which is not dependent on the form. But what you see is nothing but form, nothing but objects which are decaying, born, grown and decay in time. So where is this concept of all these reality? Where is this all pervading reality when what we experience is the object? So you have to see the consciousness and objects of consciousness. This is consciousness, and the mind and matter are the objects of consciousness. And what you experience is all experiences are related to the objects of consciousness. From the objects, you have to go back to the subject. So that is the spiritual journey. From the outer to the inner, from matter to the mind to the consciousness, this is the spiritual journey. And all of us ask a question, why this journey has to be undertaken? What benefit is there for me? Right? And natural. Born in a modern day world, everything we want returns. Without returns, we will not do any investment. Right? Investment in time and effort which is required for inner journey. Why should I do that? Only purpose of doing the journey is to experience your true nature. Experience who you are. Experience the inner self. Experience the peace and bliss which arises out of the inner self. To rise above the confusion which is created. Confusion in terms of masculine, feminine, the inner, outer, the societal, the country, race, religion, people. So to rise above these conflicts, you have to go back to your source. And once you touch the source, your life will be transformed. You will not live the same life again. The tranquility and peace become your nature. And people in and around you start experiencing that peace and tranquility. That is the spiritual journey. All this is consciousness. Now in that consciousness, mind creates objects and experiences these objects. And when we are stuck in that experience of the objects, it is called material life. When we want to become free from the experience of objects and go back to the experiencer, it's called spiritual life. I'll show you a small movie clipping.
Warning. The subject of this film you are about to watch reveals a crucial secret of your life. You should watch it very attentively, for it concerns a subject that is liable to make fundamental changes in your outlook on the material world. The content of this film is not just a different approach or a philosophical thought. It is a fact which is also proven by science today. That the world he lives in has an absolute material reality. So he grows up under the effect of this conditioning and builds his entire life on this viewpoint. The findings of modern science, however, have revealed a completely different and significant reality than what is presumed. about the external world is conveyed to us by our five senses. The world we know of consists of what our eyes see, our ears hear, our noses smell, our tongues taste, and our hands feel. Man is dependent on only those five senses since birth. That is why he knows the external world only the way it is presented by these senses. Yet, scientific research carried out on our senses has revealed very different facts about what we call external world. And these facts have brought to light a very important secret about matter, which makes up the external world. Contemporary thinker Frederick Vester explains the point that science has reached on this subject. Statements of some scientists posing that man is an image, everything experienced is temporary and deceptive, and this universe is a shadow, seems to be proven by science in our day. In order to better grasp this secret behind matter, let us be reminded of our information about our sense of sight, which provides us with the most extensive information about the external world. The act of seeing is realized progressively. At the instance of seeing, light clusters called photons travel from the object to the eye and pass through the eye lens, where they are refracted and focus on the retina at the back of the eye. Here, rays are turned into electrical signals and then transmitted by neurons to the center of vision at the back of the brain. The act of seeing actually takes place in this center in the brain. All the images we view in our lives and all the events we experience are actually experienced in this tiny and dark place. Both the film you are now watching and the boundless landscape you see when you gaze at the horizon actually fit into this place of a few cubic centimeters. Now, let us reconsider this information more carefully. When we say we see, we actually see the effect the rays reaching our eyes form in our brain by being converted into electric signals. When we say we see, we actually observe the electrical signals in our brain. By the way, there is another point that has to be kept in mind. The brain is sealed to light, and its interior is absolutely dark. Therefore, it is never possible for the brain to contact with light itself. We can explain this interesting situation with an example. Let us suppose that in front of us there is a burning candle, and we view its light. During this period, when we view the candle's light, the inside of our skull and our brain are in absolute darkness. The light of the candle never illuminates our brain.